Hey guys, so today you and I are going to talk about how to negotiate your salary if you're the only developer on the project. So let's get into it. So the question in question was a response to another video I had made where I think that the subscriber in question was reacting a little bit to that if you're going to sell the idea that you should have a salary increase, one of the things that you can mention is that how well you're doing in comparison to other people where you are and kind of understanding your own value. So he asked, how would I go about negotiating that if I'm just a single developer on a project? And really, I think that what was missed in translation here is it's practically the same process that you would go through if you were to be part of a team. It's just that you don't have all the same circumstances to present towards your boss. Let's back up a bit and let me just say that the fundamental thing that you need to achieve when you're negotiating a salary is that you need to prove your impact in your place of work. That's what your boss cares about. Your boss does not care about if you are doing all of these different things and you can do all of these different things if it's not actually impacting anything at work. Something that is very hard for a lot of people to understand is the politics of the office culture. And the politics of the office culture is very simply and this is not just office culture, it's actually everything in human society. Have you ever wondered why there are so many different fields of study within the academic world that nobody gives a shit about? Nobody cares at all, even though the people who are studying it, they pour their entire lives into that field of study. But since it doesn't actually impact the people or present any type of tangible value to the people who are holding the money, no, they don't care. And the same thing goes for your boss. If your boss is a highly technological engineer who really cares about unit testing, he's going to care if you say that he can see that, well, you write a lot of unit tests and you're really good at it. That's going to factor in when you have a salary negotiation. But if your boss is a salesperson or a business person or a product manager without any real technical background, they're not going to care how many unit tests that you write. So you need to start thinking in terms of what are the wins that you have in your column. What things have you done that are conversation worthy? What are things that you are doing that are conversation worthy? I suppose that the best mental picture that you can have with you when you try to evaluate and chalk down the things that you have actually done that are useful and has an impact on the work that you do from the perspective of your boss is to ask, last time I had this conversation about my salary, what has happened since then that my boss cares about, things that are worth actually mentioning, things that this person should know about, so that I make them aware of that I am justified to ask for a higher salary because I have changed since the last time we set that salary. It's you can think of it as proving that you are now worth more money than you used to because you have done things that proves that you have evolved as a worker. And if you have that thought process with you, it doesn't really matter if you're alone on a project or if you have a lot of coworkers. Sure, if you have a lot of coworkers, you could in theory say say that you're top notch of the bunch, or at the top of the bunch, you could use your coworkers as an argument and say that, well, I do a lot of work and I do it quicker than my coworkers or so forth. You don't have to go down that route if you don't want to, but it is something that you could do. If you're alone, it doesn't actually change. You just need to know if you deliver faster now than you used to, and if you've made other beneficial decisions on behalf of the project, or if you're doing something better than you used to. That's what it all comes down to, guys. The proving that you have an impact on the work that you do and that you're actually progressing as a professional. So what I want you to take away from this is that if you're going to go and negotiate your salary, it's pretty much the same process regardless of if you're alone or if you're in a group of other developers. What you're going for is to prove your impact on the company. What you want is to give your boss a sensation of that this person, like you have a value and you are making a difference at this company in areas that are relevant to the manager or to the boss or to the company, regardless of like what you do. That's fundamentally what it comes down to. If you're really good at doing something that nobody really cares about, it's not going to weigh so heavy. You can still mention it, of course, but don't expect people to care all that much about it. What you're going for is to try to understand your boss's mindset and then present concrete things that you have done and things that you can showcase that this is now me at my current level, and this is me actually performing better than I used to. If you can prove that you have a bigger impact and that you're performing in different areas better than you used to, then that's the best negotiation position for you. Don't try to negotiate a higher salary by just saying that, oh, I just deserve it, because nobody cares what you deserve. They care about your impact on the work that you do. Have a great day.